Okay, so today we will be covering some grammar MCQ questions, some vocabulary MCQ questions, but the important ones are questions 21 to 35 for synthesis and transformation. These ones are especially important because normally they are tougher, right? And I see that online you have already completed three of these questions, but later on, all right, I have more questions for you. All right, that's the advantage of having a live tutorial. You get more practice. Okay, so let me just also update you on your current class dojo points. So Scott, you are over here. Your current your current class dojo points are 227. So congratulations. That's $22.70. If you accumulate a little bit more, I'm pretty sure you can get something wonderful for yourself before Chinese New Year, perhaps. And Chinese New Year is coming soon. All right, so yeah, I will add your points for you accordingly as well as we go through the questions. Okay, so let's have a quick look over here. Question number one for grammar MCQ. You got this one correct. You said Mary walks along the pathway over here to get to school every day. All right, so that's correct. Now, Scott, can you just quickly explain to me why can't we choose A over here? Why is A the wrong answer?
Because if you are against the path, if Mary walks against the pathway, that means this is the pathway and Mary walks like this.
Yes, and she's trying to push against the pathway, which doesn't make sense, right? Nobody walks like that, right? Very good, very smart. So you are correct for this one. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Number two, the birds were so frightened by the noise that they flew away fearfully. Now over here, Scott, you got it correct, right? The answer is flew. Okay, and over here the answer is along. All right, so the answer here is flew. Now, can you explain to me why why D is wrong?
Because if it's fly away, because you can't choose B because if you see the thing, then you need to tell the person. So that means he saw the bird fly away, then he told the person the information.
Yes, so the birds flying away happened in the past already, right? So we need to use the past tense. So flew over here is the past tense. All right, we call it the simple past tense. All right, fly over here will be the basic word, right? It's a simple present tense.
He said that he will
Definitely
come.
does work as well. Okay, and I would like to just show you over here that flown is actually the past participle. So we can't use flown over here. And one of the biggest clues we have over here is the word were, right? Were is in the past tense. So since were is in the past tense, we need to follow the same timeline and use the simple past for this as well. Okay,
What's the air constant?
so over here, just to recap with you, present tense will be fly. And then if it's one bird only, right? If it's one bird, then we can say flies. This is the present tense. And then we have the past tense, the simple past, which is flew. And then we have the past participle, which is flown. Okay, and this flown, right? Normally we will have the word had in front, had or have in front. Then we can use the word flown. If not, we can't use the word flown, right? It's our past participle. So you're correct for this as well. Good job. Number three, you got it right as well. You said this. All right, this pair of glass slippers here belongs to the most beautiful girl in the country, exclaimed Prince Charming. You are correct. Good job. Can you explain to me over here, why can't we use that? Why can't we choose C?
Why can't we choose that?
Yeah, why can't we
Because if it's that, that means it's not near to you, it's far away from you.
Very good. So this means it's near, right? How do we know in the question that the glass slippers are actually near to us? There's one word in the question that tells us very clearly that glass slippers are close to us. Or rather, the pair of glass slippers is close to us. What's that keyword?
It's not belongs, right?
It's not. Belongs is a verb, but it doesn't tell you whether it's close or it's far away. There's one word here. If you can find it, I'll give you a bonus mark.
Here.
Very good. Okay, since it's here, it must be close to you, right? Because you're saying it's here, it's close to us. All right, so plus 1 mark here for Scott. All right, good. Next, question 4. Please close the windows, and you got it correct, if it rains, right? If it rains, so that's correct. Okay. Why can't we use a? Why can't we use unless over here?
Because who opens the windows when it's raining?
Correct. So if we say, please close the windows unless it rains, right? So that actually means if it rains, I need to open the windows. Okay? So it doesn't make sense. Okay? I think it will only make sense. I think it will only make sense, right? If maybe Scott, maybe you are growing some plants near the windows, and then you want some rainwater to come in to water the plants, maybe. Then you will tell someone to open the windows when it rains, right? If not, most people do not like their houses being wet, right? Especially the floor. So you are correct. Good. Next, question 5. Last Sunday, mother decided to take us out for a meal. That's correct. So number 5, the answer is A. Can you explain to me why we must use A over here? Why can't we use the rest?
Because if you say two,
Hmm.
then if you say it's last Sunday, so you put C, it's not correct. Because there's a two, so you need to put present tense.
Very good. The moment you see a 2, right? Everything that comes after it.
Present tense!
Yes, we say we use the root word, not the present tense. Because you know what? Present tense, right? Present tense can be take and present tense can be takes, you know. Can we say to takes or not? We can't say to takes, right? What I'm using over here is called the root word, not present tense. Okay? But you're right. Number 6, you pick C. I looked at myself in the mirror. That's correct. All right. I think this one I don't need to ask you, right? It doesn't make sense. Because this is very, very obvious, right? You have words like my, I. So obviously you're looking at yourself. Okay. Question 7. You put D. The children were playing in the park when it rained. Can you explain to me why D is the correct answer?
Because first of all, we can't put C and D, I mean B, because they are singular.
Very good. And why can't we put A? Why can't we put A?
Oh, I know.
Uh-huh.
Because, right, if
Mm.
you put A, that means they are still playing and it's still raining now. But they say the children in the park, when it rained, they add an ed, so that means it passed already. So that's why we can't put A.
Excellent. Okay. You do realize that when you explain this to me, you're getting bonus points, right? If you only get it correct, you get 1 point only. But if you explain to me, you get additional points. So each question you're explaining here are 2 points, huh? Okay, question 8. Okay, the answer is you wrote A, that's correct. The boys who helped the old lady cross the road were praised by the principal for their kind act. Now, I think this is pretty obvious. We need to use who because the boys are humans, right? But can you explain to me why can't we use whose?
Whose?
When do we use whose?
Like, whose wallet is this?
All right. So whose actually shows belonging. So we can't use whose because the boys don't actually own anything here. It's the boys who help.
Whose
So there's one
phone
thing.
is this? It's my
That's right.
phone.
Your phone. That's right. It's God's phone. So you get it. Very good. So the answer is A. So very good. Number 9. Janet likes to walk what the path line with fruit trees. Over here you put B, walk along. I think we already covered this just now. You can only walk along a path. You can't walk against. All right. Now I would like to ask you though, why can't we pick A over here? Why can't we say Janet likes to walk through the path?
If he walks through the path, through. That means this is the path, and Janet is doing this. Bye-bye.
Very good. So you're correct. If we say Janet walks through the path, she's sinking into the path, she will die inside, right? Very good. So over here, the answer must be along. Okay. We can't walk through a path, but we can walk through a forest on a path, or we can walk through an orchard of fruits, all right, on a path, but we can't walk through a path. Okay, so the answer is B. Very good. Now, number 10 over here, you got it wrong. So I can't give you that 1 mark for it. But if you can explain what the correct answer here is, you get the additional bonus mark. So number 10, James and Julian, over here, you picked B. You picked B. Now, this is actually wrong.
But it was D.
Can you pick the correct answer? Yes, the correct answer is D. Can you explain to me why the answer is D?
S and C definitely not.
Yes, that's right, because A and C are for singular.
Oh, because it's late again. So that means they know this will happen. And it's present tense but not past tense.
How do we know it's present tense? There's a part in the question that tells you it's present tense. That's why we have to use the present continuous here, right? If we say are running together like that with the ing here, right? And the moment you see ing, you know it's continuous. And the front one, right, is or are will give you present, right? So we are using the present continuous here. Why? Which part gives us the clue that we need to use the present continuous?
Is it again?
No, again just tells you that they are doing it once more.
Is it are?
Very good. So are over here gives us the main verb, right? Are over here is the simple present tense. So the mom, all right, mother is actually watching James and Julian running. So they are still doing it now as mother is telling father that. All right, and this are over here, as they are late again, they are running because they are late again, right? It makes the tenses coherent, right? They match. So this is the simple present tense. Very good. So in total, you got 9 correct. Okay. Hold on, let me just go here and show you. In total, you got 9 correct upon 10. So that is 9 points to you. Oh, let me just add.
Whoa, that's the first time I got 5 points together.
Okay, so that's 9 points for getting 9 upon 10. And you managed to explain all 10 questions. Okay, so that is plus 10 questions. And remember, just now you found the word, right? You get a bonus point, right?
Yeah.
Excellent, good. Now,
I got so many points now.
Now you are at 247 points.
Wait, who's the top? Who's on top?